How's that? This is ridiculous, by the way.
Let's go. I've only hit my hand like 3 times.
We build houses the way we built our business. Start with a strong foundation.
Hire a team inspired to push the boundaries of design.
Respect the build, putting integrity and quality first. We are Oak Development and Design, and this is Heart of Oak.
Heart of Oak is brought to you by
Cam Appliances and Thermador. Make your next appliance a Cam appliance. Timberland Pro. Always do, never done. Midcape Home Centers. Experience that builds. And AZEK Building Products.
and these valued partners. Whoa.
Wow.
This is awesome.
Unbelievable.
Do you remember what this place looked like a year ago?
Not really. It's crazy.
It's not a bad view.
It's a phenomenal view. I'd have coffee up here every day. Nice job. I've never been on the roof here, and I really want to see, before we take this down, I would say this is a pretty good view. I should probably get down. Where is Peter?
Okay, you've probably seen him from up there.
I can't see him yet.
That there house is plum, right?
I'm out of coffee. Peter's here to help us take these two buildings down. You guys are probably wondering why Ernie's not here. It's because that house is so close to the other one. I didn't want the liability. It's kind of nice. I don't have to do anything. I just have to walk. So let's go check it out. It's nice to finally see some progress here. We've owned this thing for 3 months, and we've just been planning. I messed it. I can't believe how easy that came down in the end there. That's what this thing was sitting on. Clearly not to code. Just goes to show how much we overbuild now. All right, well, have fun with your audience. We'll swing back at the end of the day. I have been dealing with a bunch of things with the permits for Glades, as you know.
Yeah.
When I was on the phone with Rockwood on the way back, he goes, what are they doing between the boxes for distance, right? Because it's a box on top of a box.
Right.
With the modular, you've got 4 feet of additional space. Well,
Yeah.
it ends up being like 2 feet of additional space.
Which, when you're building to within your limits, that's a problem.
Yeah,
right?
so it's a 35-foot height limit, right? So when it was drawn stick, we were able to get 35 feet plus 7 feet for parking underneath.
Yeah.
Right now, I crunched the math, and if you look at the cross section, you're only left with 4 3/4, which means we're screwed on the parking.
Right.
I was having such a good day this morning, too.
Let's get this done. Of course, I have to start snowing. Come on. Talk about kicking a man while he's down.
It's right on this corner. This is such a pain in my... You got one parking spot here and steps up, and then you got from like here back, we're raising the grade for the septic. So from here back can be their little fenced-in yard for their dog.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can put 2 more parking spots front and back behind.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about over here. This is a parking spot.
Yeah.
It's not the most ideal situation, but you agree with me, we're not gonna get the parking, right?
I 100% agree with
Garages are
you. They're done.
done.
All right.
So the wrap up is I totally screwed up.
Yeah, I would say we screwed up. I wouldn't say it was a total screw up.
It's a pretty bad screw up. One of the worst I've had.
We're only really kind of disaster on one of the properties because it's already sold.
Yeah.
And then we have to go back and discuss that.
I have good news and I have bad news.
Okay, hit me.
The bad news is I cannot have a garage underneath this building any longer.
Okay.
The good news is we have a solution so you can have off-street parking on your property and still have a decent little yard. Now you have a 38 by 14-foot space of storage underneath.
All right, well, that all sounds great.
All right, well, good. Keep thinking about it. I'll
Yeah.
talk to you later in the week.
All right, appreciate it.
Thanks,
Have a
man.
good one. Thank you. Bye.
Well, that went well.
The harder calls to the real estate agent for 85, right?
I think we should just call him. Let's just call him.
DJ?
You know what people call you and say they have good news and they have bad news? The bad news is we don't have enough head height in the garage to give you a garage underneath anymore. You lose the parking inside, but you gain a ton of storage, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Listen, I get it if they want to walk away from the deal. I get it.
No,
You know?
what? I don't think that they will. I'll pass it by them. My initial instinct is it's not going to be a big deal.
I hope you're right. All right, well, that's it. Sorry for the bad news. I'll chat with you tomorrow, all right?
All right, sounds good.
All right, thanks.
All
Bye.
right, thanks.
I mean, I guess the lesson is when you screw up, you just admit it, and
Yeah, can move on.
it is what it is.
Make it right.
Make it right. The day's finally come. I'm here to take some houses down. And now I'm gonna work on this garage first. I gotta get that, obviously, that stuff out of the way. Seacoast Modular already has the modulars done. They're sitting in a warehouse in Pennsylvania. Very delicate operation here. Hey, you might as well make this dumpster a swap. I'm going to have it full in about 10 minutes. Last wall. So today I'll get this cleaned up. 3 dumpsters coming tomorrow. Load all this stuff out, starting the house up front, and just keep cranking along here. We got a couple things to go do right now. Number 1, Ernie's putting a septic tank in. We're gonna go check on him down at Glades. So you're pumping water out of your hole,
Yes, sir.
trying to make room for a tank.
So we're in decent shape. I just got to get rid of the water.
So it's 4 septic systems, very complicated. Number 1, it's a tight lot. We're trying to fit everything. But number 2, we got to get the tanks in so then he can backfill it. So then the pile guy can come in, put the piles in, and then he'll come back, dig the tanks up again, and put the leach pits in. It may seem like this is taking forever, and it might seem like we're having issues, but it's just because it's all front-loaded, and in 3 weeks, it's all gonna be finished.
Because the septic's set so high here, we're right down on the salt marsh, as you can see behind me here, so the water table is very high. Block by block, we're building this, this great wall behind us. This little layer of sand allows us to make little adjustments with the hammer. Check level both ways, that's dead on. This was much easier when we had PJ here. He was moving the blocks around like a champion.
Where did PJ go?
I don't know, he had some work to go do elsewhere. We've got this string line here too for reference. One-handed, like a beast. I'm gonna regret that later. You ready to compact this in? That's how that's done. So this basically just speeds up Mother Nature. It vibrates and packs everything down.
What's up, guys? How are we? Ugh. I haven't touched tools in a while. So the hardest part is the prep and the first row. Once you get that in, you're good to go. This is one of those days where you go home tired. We'll get them as good as we can. And then later in the week or next week, we'll come back with the cutoff saw and like fit the ends together. Gonna go over, help Jared get that one set. I think I've got about an hour and a half until I have a call. I have an hour. So see how far I can get him before I take a call, but the goal is to try to get the base of that one done today. And then we can finish up later because that's the hardest part, so. There you go, you have some stone walls.
We're here at our Glades project here in Scituate, and we're actually currently standing where
2 of our single-family homes are going to be placed later next week. We have our piling machine here. Believe it or not, these 2 single-family modular homes are going to be set in place in less than a week and have views of both the ocean and the marsh from the rooftop.
All right, big news. Other than lots of noise down here, we now officially have our permit for the rear unit, which is a 3,600 square foot unit. Pumped. This was a long time in the making. I don't think you guys have been here for quite a while, but you can see we got South Shore pile driving here. They're prepping beams right now. We had our surveyor come out and pin where every single pile goes. Then these guys come and they drive them in. So they use this big machine here, they clamp it, hold it up, get it started, and then they go to the top with another adapter and they vibrate it in. The goal is that they get to 10 feet deep. That's what the engineers want. So here in Scituate, Mass, it does flood. So you'll notice over here, we've got water. We need to adhere to FEMA standards because we're in a flood zone. So by lifting it up, we're making it flood compliant for FEMA. Nothing can be low. No utilities can be within the flood zone.
So we're off-site down from the Glades project here in Scituate, where a few of the boxes are going to be delivered a little bit earlier than anticipated. So right now we're going to be storing them off-site for about the next week or so.
You need to know the set sequence of these so you don't bury the first one.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what's going on right now. I have Timberland in town for 4 days shooting a mini documentary. We weren't expecting these boxes until next week. We found out 2 hours ago that they were on their way. I just lost a deal in Chatham that I've been working on for 3 months. A big commercial deal that I just put an offer in on 2 hours ago, just got signed by the other side. Up and down and up and down. That's what coffee's for.
Welcome to 83 Glades.
Oh man, is that the skinniest one or?
This is the 14-foot wide one.
Holy cow.
So it's honestly pretty spacious. I'm digging the layout.
So yeah, yesterday you guys saw that the boxes just started showing up. We weren't expecting them for like 2 weeks. Good thing we had a spot for them to go. We're gonna go take a ride and get in these things and see how tight they actually are.
Hey, PJ.
Hey man, how are ya? We got more boxes and I also got a nice phone call from the Scituate Police Department. We've had some neighbors very concerned about what's going on because the box just like showed up in that street yesterday. I think we're shooting to have 83 and 85 ready for you for the end of next week. So I was targeting like the 10th.
Okay.
And then after that, I don't know yet. It'll probably be 2 weeks. So we're gonna have to do 2 set days. It is what it is.
And I will talk to the set crew and see if they have the 9th, 10th, and 11th available. So we don't see if we can do it that week. If not, we'll bump it into the following week.
I'm on my way over to walk through 85 right now. I'm pumped.
All right, great.
Thanks, man. Look at this thing. Love it. Let's do it. Ooh! I like it a lot.
It feels like a city condo.
It does.
And it's nice.
I think it's cool. Let's go look at the
I
other
like it.
one.
Don't you love how there's just a house sitting in a field? So is this another one of those doors to
Nowhere.
nowhere?
Yeah, again, we couldn't put the full vestibule on the top because we exceeded our building height.
And
so
then-
we're just doing a hatch.
Yeah, where's the fridge going? Is this the fridge?
Right here.
Nice.
I am a fridge. All right, let's go to work. Love it.
Yeah, I like this one though a lot.
All right, so we got a box set while I was gone, huh?
Yeah, box 1 is in place. So it went off without a hitch. So the plan now is to use the trailer that this one came on. They're going to fly the trailer to the backyard here. Then they're going to bring in the top box for 83. They're doing that so they can work on the roof. because we're expecting a little bit of weather in potentially around 2 o'clock. So they want to be ahead of it, and they're going to bring the second
So we
floor.
got a lot of time right now till another set, which is good because I just ran to get everything, all the finish for 85 is in my truck.
Yes.
You want that?
Nah,
Yeah, you do. Definitely want that.
yeah, I'll just throw it in the truck.
Well, here we are, set day. Is this one of the more complicated sets you guys have done?
It's logistically, it is.
Yeah.
So for the next couple hours, we're gonna be working on roofing, getting the boxes in place, and just shuttling frames and shuttling boxes.
By the end of the day, we're gonna have 2 freestanding weather-tight houses.
We are.
Totally
That's
weather-tight.
the plan.
Wow.
2 o'clock
right.
and both houses will be up.
And we still have another one to go, so you get to see this guy a second time.
Sounds good.
We are gonna load some of this stuff into that unit. Honestly, let's just slide it into that room and be done. Yeah. So having Ernie do this is gonna save us some back. All right, so box 1 of 6. This is the first floor of the first wider unit, right?
Right.
And so talk to me about, I mean, first off, it's painted, which is crazy. So what color is this paint?
It's a paint by PPG. We buy it's pre-mixed, so you can buy it locally.
And then kitchen is in, so all we need is appliances and countertops.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yep.
So the staircase is in, obviously the red oak tread, so we're gonna color match that to our pre-finished floor.
Right.
Right, and we still have to put the baluster in.
Correct.
Yep, and then upstairs, I noticed that we have a 2x12 box beam there, right? Okay.
Right. Your ceiling does not attach to the floor of the upstairs. The
Got
only
it.
part
So
that
it's
makes
2 layers.
Correct.
That turned to bite me here,
Right.
as we all know, because originally we were gonna have garages under, but we lost 2 feet and I couldn't go any higher.
Correct.
So therefore I had to go down and no more garage.
No more parking.
Whoops. We go up. Now I'm looking at basically the ceiling upside down. All of our recessed lights are in. Everything's done. So, I mean, I'm even standing on the finished wood floor.
We're gonna tarp this, and then we're gonna wait. I think we got about an hour of rain.
Okay.
Let it pass by. We'll leave the crane here. This house was built in a factory in a, in an
Controlled
environmentally
environment.
Exactly. To just soak it with water, then close it up, and then over time, it's gonna create mold. So
Yeah.
right now we're on the edge of, we need to get that covered up so it's not an issue down the road.
Got it.
We
You
will.
think we'll wrap today?
Yeah, we'll wrap today.
It's gonna be a late one.
Yeah, it will be.
Just when we thought we were gonna get this up quick and easy, we got rain coming down. We got tarps going on. It's just gonna fight me to the bitter end. We're gonna call it. So tomorrow morning, we'll be back and we'll crush it. All right, it's a wrap for today. So today we're down in Plymouth with my good friend Paul from Revere Metal Roofing, who you guys have seen on camera with us on a lot of our jobs. And we have your wife Tammy here.
Yeah, that's it.
And so it was funny, the other day, I saw him stealing stuff out of a dumpster. And I was like, what is he doing? I don't care. I mean, it's less for me to pay to take it, to get carted out. And I didn't think anything of it. And then I find out through the grapevine that he had a little slide deal going with Jera, where he was taking used material to build a tree house because Tammy, you guys foster children.
Yep.
And so that amazed me. I just thought it was so cool. And I was like, yeah, let him take anything he wants. This is amazing. And so Tammy, tell me, how many kids do you foster? Is this something you've done for a long time?
Well, I started about 25 years ago. Since then, I've fostered about 37 kids.
Okay.
3 more I adopted, which are the ones that
Wait,
you're
did you
gonna
say
see more.
37?
I have, yes. I
Okay, that
fostered
took a second.
37 children.
37. So fostering is not adopting, obviously. Fostering, you're just keeping for a short time, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And how long is
Yeah.
that typically?
About 18 months.
Okay.
Some can stay longer, some can show up on your doorstep and stay forever, like the 3 you're gonna meet.
Okay. So We have to give the big reveal here because I had no idea what you were doing.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing is pretty unbelievable.
What do you think?
It's like a legit tree house.
It is, yeah.
It's amazing. Should we go inside?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Let's go
Yeah.
check it out.
Sure.
I love these rails.
Yeah, they came from some birches that we had to cut down in front of the yard. Come on out, guys.
Oh, man, you scared me so much. You have
want
dinner
drink?
out here?
The kids have eaten it. We haven't eaten it.
I haven't.
You guys got to eat out here.
We will. We'll do. We should do it. Yeah.
I was thinking of turning into a wine place. I said no.
So I think I could speak for everybody watching this and all of my team. Like, what you do is amazing. I don't know many people that foster. And when I found out Paul was grabbing stuff to build this, it warmed my heart. It was really great.
She's a special person, believe me. She really is.
Yeah.
Well, believe me, it's mutual.
Oh,
I love you,
love it.
Mommy.
Where everybody said we couldn't build these modularly because they were too skinny. It comes together.